Man, Sid, you're so cool. You fight with machines and stuff, and you blow stuff up, and man, I wish I could do that. Wait, what's this? What, there's a job that uses guns and machines?
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so first off, we need to cover something very important. How do you pronounce this class's name? Now you, a pleb, might think that this is pronounced Machinist. You would, of course, be wrong. It's clearly supposed to be a Machinist. Okay, follow me on this one. So in another Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy X, you had the ad-libbed, and they fought using machines. What do they call those machines? Machina. So now we have another Final Fantasy game with characters that fight with machines. So what should we call these characters? Machinists. Q-E-D. Also, I know that by the time this video comes out, Shadowbringers will have released, and the Machinist will be completely and totally different from in this video. But I just wanted to document what it was like playing the job before that expansion came out. And yes, I know I don't have everything unlocked yet. Shut up. Machinist is a job that uses guns, and doesn't care about helping the party at all. You know, you got things like bards and they buff the party, and that's cool and all, but no, Machinist, nah, we just like shooting stuff. See, we have this gun, and we also have this little side lunchbox that lets us summon turrets that ward off Lalafels. So, to become a Machinist, we had to come over to this manufactory in Ishgard, where we talked to Steven. Steven runs the manufactory here, but you know what? I don't think he actually does anything. He also has this helper girl named Joy, who's a bit of a plain Jane, but when she's got a gun in her hand, she totally goes into genocide jack mode. And I'm in love. Man, I never want to be without her. Hey, Steven, do you mind giving me and Joy a little room here? Also, there's a pirate guy. You can tell he's a pirate because he has an eye patch. And he's the one who actually teaches us how to shoot things. Can I really not have Joy teach me? I mean, she seems so much cooler. Okay. So basically, we talk to Steve, and he has us go to the pirate guy, and then he hands us a gun that we stare at in mild confusion, and bam, we're a Machinist. Also, we have Steven's father, Barin. Barin doesn't like Machinists because he thinks they're dumb. But then we kill some dragons and he's like, you know what? Machinists are cool. You can be a Machinist if you want. And then there's this other guy named Tidalgrin. Why are elephant names so stupid? We'll call him Ted. Ted is the douche. He basically comes up and says, oh, guns? Oh, quaint. I like to use spears to kill my thing. Steven takes offense to that and we go have a flag battle. And after we won, he's like, oh, I guess Machinists don't completely suck. By the way, go kill some dragons or something. Oh, and there's also this side plot where he kidnaps Joy's father and makes her marry this other guy. But that doesn't matter because we save her in the end. And nothing will ever tear us apart again. Okay, Machinist rotation. So you have these 3 basic shots, right? And whenever you use one, you have a 50% chance that the next one's going to become more powerful. So you just keep doing the first one until you get a ping for the second. Do the first until the... Do the first until... Okay, but the shots don't really matter that much, because the Machinist kit revolves around 2 main things, the Gauss Barrel and Wildfire. See, the Gauss Barrel, what it does is you take your gun and you put a thing on it. And the thing spins. But actually the Gauss Barrel gives us access to the heat gauge. What the heat gauge does is every time we use one of our special shots, it goes up 5 points. And when we hit 100 heat, we overheat and do 20% more damage for 10 seconds. After which we have to wait for a cooldown before we can use it again. And because the overheat window is only 10 seconds, we want to make sure that it only goes off when we want it to. So we need to manage our heat. And there are ways to do that, but I'm too low level to do them. So instead we have to do the roundabout ways. We can either take off our barrel and put it back on, which will reset us to 0, and we have to slowly build it back up again. Or we can use bullets. Oh yeah, bullets are a thing. Hang on. See, the Machinist has these 3 ammo slots, and you can load bullets into them. You can either load 1 bullet, or you can load all 3 bullets at once. And whenever you use a weapon skill with a bullet, it doesn't increase the heat gauge. Also, whenever you use a weapon skill with a bullet, it guarantees that your next skill is going to have that little 50% proc. Oh, it's beautiful. But the other major ability a Machinist has is Wildfire. Wildfire basically just puts a bomb on an enemy, and then for 10 seconds it memorizes how much damage you do. And then once the 10 seconds are up, it explodes and does 25% of the damage you did while the bomb was up. So basically you can kind of think of it as like a delayed 25% damage buff. And wait a second, what else lasts 10 seconds like— oh yeah, overheating! So yeah, the Machinist rotation revolves around making sure that these 2 windows line up perfectly. So you can apply the 20% overheat buff onto the 25% wildfire buff to dish out, let me see, carry the 5, multiply by 3, a lot of damage. Also, to help you out, you have these 2 little turrets. You have the Rook turret that targets a single enemy and will switch targets whenever you use a weapon skill. Or you have the Bishop turret that does an AoE. Yeah, we mostly use the Rook turret. Also, there's this button, and when you press it, you get a guaranteed crit on your next weapon skill, so you want to make sure you always line that up with that 3rd basic shot to make sure you're maximizing your damage, and oh, it feels so good. So yeah, the whole rotation revolves around making sure you're pumping absolutely everything into this one window. Alright, we're here in the dungeon, let's go. Alright, pulling all the enemies, let me just pop my AoE there, and we're going over there. But I just put it down! Alright, almost got this enemy down. Whoops, did not mean to pop the heat there. Now that just seems like kind of a waste. Okay, dungeon boss, here we go. Oh, messed up a little bit there, but I think we got it under control at 1200! Oh man, that sucks. Oh yeah, this boss does that whole rocks thing. Oops, my bad. Stupid bird. Little did you know that guns can shoot through rocks. Take that. Oh, yep, there we go. That's more like it. That's what you want to see. Totally worth. Alright guys, I'm here and I'm ready to oh shit, we already started. Oh, my bad. Okay, heat's ready. Just gotta do it. Alright, yep, a little bit of this, a little bit of, yep, yeah, I like one of those. Yep, and there we go, and not bad. Okay, alright, I know there's still ads there, but my heat gauge, sorry, I gotta do damage. I can't not do damage. Okay, yeah, sure, I'm taking damage, but my heat gauge! Oh, well, that sucked. Such is the life of a Machinist. And we won! Alright! Good job, oh, they all left. At least I still have you, turret. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, check out Larryzar. He's a Final Fantasy XIV YouTuber, and he does this Basically series that summarizes all of the different jobs you can play in Final Fantasy XIV in a very humorous way. Just don't watch this one if you haven't made it to Heaven's Word. Just don't do it. I learned the hard way. Another channel you might want to check out is Drak Gamestein. He usually makes videos of him and his static fighting bosses, but he also made a Basically video for April Fools, and he's a funny guy. You should check him out. Maybe I'll make some more Final Fantasy XIV videos in the future, but, after I, actually unlock more of the classes so I don't look like a total noob just ranting about missing bullets. Come on, just get the